Oh, thank you for attending our online reading session of the book, The Modern Mission of Srila Prabhupada. Om Agyanathimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vikasa Swami Nitanamya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitanamya Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vicharane Nirvishesh Shunyamadi Bhasha Dudishitana Vijaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Mangal Devachan Bade Kripa Deshi Guru Nitara Yasya Deve Parabhakti Yatha Devi Tatha Tasyeti Katita Yarta Prakashanti Urve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Hare Krishna Krishna Bhakta and Munamavaki Shayas Devi Lakshmi Jas Yom Tapravisha Macha Mahaprasattam Sachiva Kila Shakti Darasana Shasta Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Nija Guru Harivanya Krishna Prithipitra Gya Danda Sansara Bhujayati Vikaso. So we are reading from the book The Modern Mission of Srila Prabhupada. We are into the volume 3. We are reading from volume 3 of the book. We are in part 18, The Future of His Moment. Under that part, the last part, we are in chapter 2, Vision for the Future. Under that, we are in the section, Everything Can Be Spoiled. So, is my voice clear and properly audible to devotees?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. Everything can be spoiled. Srila Prabhupada did not discount the possibility of his followers spoiling everything after his departure. What will happen when I am not there? Shall everything be spoiled by the GBC? Indeed, he feared that things could change for the worse right after his departure. Don't spoil it. We are in a very good, prestigious position. Don't spoil it. So much hard labor. I started with very humble condition. Now it has come to such an exalted position. You don't spoil it. This is my request. Increase. That will depend on your character, behavior, preaching. Whatever I have created, it may be turned immediately. Just like the Gaudiamus fratricidal war after the departure of Guru Maharaj. Maya is very strong. As soon as there is a little discrepancy, immediately Maya catches. Personal motivations can spoil this moment. All my disciples are good boys, intelligent and hardworking. I pray to Krishna that you all may use your intelligence for Krishna's service and not for any personal ambition. We have worked very hard and established a great institution, but if we think for our personal benefit, then it will become ruined. This is my only concern. The key to avoid such a disaster is, as always, selflessness in serving Krishna. Krishna Arthe Akela Chishta. Everything for Krishna. Continuing. As so long you remain active, but not for your personal sense gratification, so long you remain active, only satisfying Krishna's senses, then this movement will be successful without any doubt. As soon as someone wants to satisfy his own senses, then he fails at everything. Another danger in fighting. The only fear I have is that you may fight. Please do not. That will ruin everything we have done. If there is any misunderstanding which arise, as they will, settle them up. Push on this glorious mission without letting it be hampered by personal differences. Hmm. The whole thing could be finished within a few years, where the moment to follow the path of religions that do not teach philosophy, the whole thing could be finished within a few years, were the moment to follow the path of religions that do not teach philosophy. Therefore, it is failing. Churches are being closed. Similarly, if you do not keep yourself fit to preach, then your temples will be closed in due course of time. Without preaching, you will not feel enthused to continue the temple worship. Yes. Yes. And without temple worship, you cannot keep yourself pure and clean. Yes, sometimes people ask, we can chant Hare Krishna, we can only distribute books. Why a temple is required? Temple worship is not required. We are happy. See, this is what Prabhupada writes here. The two things must go on parallel. Then there is success. In modern times, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, there is no teaching of philosophy. Therefore, they are closing either mosques or temples or churches. They will close unless we take care of the books, preach, read, and understand the philosophy ourselves. This Hare Krishna will be finished within a few years because there will be no life. How long one can artificially go on Hare Krishna, Hare Bol? That will be artificial. No life without preaching, without understanding philosophy. Philosophy, you cannot keep your strength. Everything should be thoroughly well conversed with the philosophy we are concerned, presenting. That means you must read thoroughly every day. Srila Prabhupada explicitly mentioned that ISKCON might break down in future. Mhm. Satsarup Maharaj recalls, I remember the first time I heard Srila Prabhupada express the idea that ISKCON might deteriorate. He had just given lecture at the Bombay temple and was riding in the jeep that was taking him to his apartment. He said that time was very powerful and that ISKCON might also break down with time. I was startled to hear him say this because in my naive naivete, I had thought that's what happens to material things and to bogus movements in this world. But it would never happen to ISKCON. I had heard devotees and scholars express such opinions, but I had never heard Prabhupada say anything like that. From then on, I understood that such a thing could possibly happen, although Prabhupada did not like it. We hoped it won't happen. On other occasions, he warned the devotees that they should not change what he was doing. He said if devotees quarreled, they could dismantle the whole institution. He said he feared they might change deity worship after he left and they might lose enthusiasm or return to hippie ways. These statements were given as warnings. During the early 1970s, Srila Prabhupada told Hamsadutta, the devotees may fail, the temples may fail, but my books will live forever. This is very, very important. The devotees may fail, the temples might fail, but my books will live forever. Hamsadutta, it seemed impossible that the devotees or the temples might fail. At that time, there was a colossal, dynamic, energetic environment. People were coming, money was flowing, and the books were being printed. Failure was unimaginable. But Srila Prabhupada was naive. Once Srila Prabhupada was asked, quite often when the founder of a mission is present, the mission is very successful. It flourishes and prospers. But after the founder leaves, things deteriorate. So what will be the future of your movement after you go? Srila Prabhupada expressed resignation to fate. Future of my mission is very bright as long as my disciples follow my instructions. Just like Gandhi, he had so many programs, but after he left, his followers changed everything. He wanted village organization. He wanted the economy to be based on agriculture. And after he left, Nehru and others changed the whole thing. They wanted to industrialize India and imitate the West. He had his program, but never he left. His so-called followers changed everything, and everything became spoiled. So in the same way, if I leave, my followers change what I have given. What can I do? Hmm. Okay, Atindriya Prabhu, you can continue if you are hearing from me.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Vinod.
Dandavat, please start.
Yes, Prabhuji. Everything depends on maintaining standards. By Krishna's grace, I find all sides bright. My only request to all of you is to keep it bright. Don't let it go dim. These pithy words, these pithy words from the heady days of 1969, when the movement was expanding
It's
rapidly.
pity. It,
Pithy.
it is pity. These pity words. Yeah, it's written
Yes.
as pity. Pity means concise, forcefully expressive, containing much pit.
Oh.
What is that? Deserving? Oh, Krishna. Somewhere is I lost
Expressed
it.
in clear, direct way.
Deserving or arousing pity. Okay. Yes. Actually, it is a pity word. Pity. Hmm.
These pithy words from the heady days of
Yes, continue.
1969, when the movement was expanding rapidly and major problems associated with expansion had hardly manifested, indicated that Srila Prabhupada considered his disciples to be largely responsible for ensuring the health and welfare of the movement. It was a point repeatedly stressed. Simply, our workers should be very sincere and strict, and it grow. Nobody can check. That's a fact. I have very great hope for these traveling parties. Our Gurukul
It
school
will,
and
oh, it's written, it grow means,
huh?
Sorry, brother.
it grow. What does
Sorry.
that mean? It grow. In the
Where
back,
is
In the
it?
last
in the
line.
previous page.
Simply, our workers should be very sincere and strict, and it grow. Nobody can check. It will grow. It means it will grow.
It is
Simply, it
it
grow.
is
It will grow
in,
itself.
yeah.
Yeah, it here is subject and is the object both here. Yes, continue.
I have very great hope for these traveling parties, our Gurukul school, and all our other projects that by engaging ourselves in these ways, so long we do not forget the purpose of such activity, then we shall very much revise the nasty situation in the world as it exists present moment. Particularly, Srila Prabhupada linked ongoing success to whether his disciples strictly adhered to the standards he had given. My students who are so kindly cooperating with me, if they rigidly stick to the routine work chalked out by me, namely chanting the prescribed rounds, observing the regulative principles, attending temple lectures, and going out without with Sankirtan party, then without fail our movement will go ahead. I am very optimistic that if we continue in this way by sticking very tightly to our pure standards, Lord Chaitanya's prediction will very soon be realized all over the world. During 1970, Srila Prabhupada received an edition of Kalyan, a prominent Indian religious magazine, in which our activities in the Western world have been very much appreciated, but wherein doubt also was expressed about the long term continuity of the movement. Taking this as a God-sent warning, Srila Prabhupada wrote a leading disciple. Especially, they have appreciated my strong injunctions on the point of following the four prohibitive regulations. After describing our activities, the editor has remarked in one place that things are going very nicely at present, but it is God only who knows how it will continue in the future. This means that the Indians or the rigid followers of Vedic principles are doubtful about my American and European students sticking to all these principles. It is a God sent warning that so that we may not deviate from the above mentioned two lines of action and thus become subject to criticism by the opposing elements. In India, there is already a party who are prepared to criticize my activities in the matter of offering sacred thread to the so-called mlechas according to their calculation. But actually, whatever I am doing here, of course, giving consideration to the local situation, all of them are strictly in the line of our predecessors and the direction of Sanatan Goswami. Therefore, my request is that all of you be determined to maintain this standard and that I have introduced, which is not very difficult to follow, expressing hope, not certainty, that his disciples would continue to follow strictly. Srila Prabhupada outlined how they could fulfill Sri Nityanand Prabhu's prediction of dancing and chanting in every village. This prediction of Sri Nityanand Prabhu's is applicable not only in India but also all over the world. That is now happening by His grace. The members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness are now traveling from one village to another in the Western countries and are even carrying the deity with them. These devotees distribute various literatures all over the world. We hope that these devotees who are preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will very seriously follow strictly in his footsteps. If they follow the rules and regulations and chant 16 rounds daily, their endeavor to preach the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will certainly be successful. This movement, which is as good as Krishna, can again become ordinary. Everything rests on purity. Our movement may appear just like other movements, but because the movement is giving Krishna, that means it is as good as Krishna. It is actually Krishna so long it adheres to the principles as enjoined, as we have accepted. Otherwise, it is ordinary movement. So if we keep our movement pure, then you are as strong as Krishna. And as soon as we deviate from it, immediately ordinary. This is the secret. Now it is up to us how to keep it pure. Then no enemy can kill us. So that purity is wanted. Then it will be successful. So what is the difficulty? Follow the rules and regulations, worship the deity, and chant the Hare Krishna mantra as we have given. Then you will remain as strong as Krishna. And if you manufacture some ideas, then it is gone. Adjudging the movement at that time to be pure, Srila Prabhupada cautioned against it degenerating into yet another bogus cheating institution. Now people are seeing how genuine our movement is. We simply have to maintain our strict principles, keeping ourselves pure. Otherwise, there are so many bogus institutions doing business in the name of God and simply cheating the people. We have to be careful not to degenerate like these others. Our strength depends upon regularly chanting the required 16 rounds and rigidly adhering to the regulative principles. In reply to a query concerning Evam Parampara Praptam, Bhagavad Gita 4.2, how is it that the knowledge was lost? When it was not handed down, simply understood by speculation, or if it is not handed down as it is, they might have made some changes, or they did not hand down. Suppose I handed it down to you, but if you do not do that, then it is lost. Now the Krishna consciousness movement is going on in my presence. Now, after my departure, if you do not do this, then it is lost. If you go on as you are doing now, then it will go on. But if you stop, this movement will continue
Okay.
unimpeded for
One, one, one thing I wanted to just tell you here. Sorry. Just a second. Oh, Krishna. Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, gave uh, like 1 second. Just let me take exactly. Oh, okay. Mm. Um, Maharaj gave on this particular topic of fourth chapter to this particular verse at least 10-15 lectures on this particular shloka. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshya vidu sakale nehmata yogo nashta parantapa. Actually, devotees should hear all those lectures. One lecture's name is How Parampara Breaks. Maharaj gave one lecture title like that on this particular topic. And Maharaj gave one more lecture titled How There Are Cracks in the Parampara. And there is one more lecture Maharaj gave on on this particular. This one is that carrying the weight of parampara. That is a Vyasa Puja lecture actually in Rameshwaram, if I'm not wrong. Carrying the weight of parampara because in Rameshwaram there are so many pillars. So Maharaj, and this is a beautiful architecture. Rameshwaram temple is the height of architecture. You have the mandapam, the pillars going all the way. It's at least 2 miles at a stretch. 2 miles, it's such a big temple. And it is beautiful. Prakara. Prakara means where they do the circumambulation, parikrama. So it's a very beautiful temple. So Maharaj gave that example how the carrying the weight of parampara, how the pillars are taking the weight of parampara. So like that, the gurus, the acharyas, they take the weight of parampara, and each and every disciple's responsibility is to carry the weight of parampara, share the weight of the guru. So like that, Maharaj speaks in so many things. Actually, I heard so many times these all lectures. This particular lecture because I like Maharaj speaking on how the deviations happen, how people get deviated, how the godbrothers get deviated, how disciples get deviated. Uh, how get disciples get lost. I like to hear although that particular sections a lot from Maharaj. So I heard many lectures on particularly this particular shloka. So I should all hear that particular lectures. It's there in the app, but when we used to have this book, we used to have these lectures. 4.2, there are around 10 lectures are there on this particular shloka. Okay. Hare Krishna. Continue.
yes, Rohit. The next page. Yes. This movement will continue unimpeded for 10,000 years. Srila Prabhupada said, provided we keep it uncontaminated. Takes some time, but if we stick to our principles and do not make any compromise and push on in this way, as I have given you in instruction, it will never stop. It will go on. It will never stop. At least for 10,000 years, it will go on. For the movement to remain, the members have to become strong preachers. We have to become very strong preachers. Then this movement will stay. If you simply take the temple worship, it will not stay very long. Next topic, particular responsibility of leaders. Responsibility to maintain and expand Srila Prabhupada's movement particularly devolves upon its leaders. Practically speaking, the future of our Krishna conscious society rests in the hands of my older disciples. Practically now it is in the hands of you big guns to manage everything so that there may never be internal difficulties among us, and so that we may always go on increasing more and more the influence of Lord Chaitanya's philosophy of Sankirtan upon all the world. Now, upon the shoulders of you, the leaders of this movement, falls the responsibility of practically saving this earth planet from the present dangerous position. The work is in your hands. I have entrusted my right hand men like GVCs, sannyasis, and men like yourself to take up where I had left off and continue expanding and propagating Krishna consciousness all over the world, as per the desire of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Specific responsibility falls on the GBC. The future hope of solid standing of our mission is on the proper management of our governing body commission. To one older disciple, Srila Prabhupada wrote, "This great responsibility is in your charge. I have given you all the guidance and hints, and it is described in all my books. Now it is up to you. Please keep our principles firmly, and everything will come out successful. In short, if the leaders are good, then it will continue. The future is bright, provided the leaders follow basic activities and see that others do too. The movement will go on increasing more and more, provided the leaders of the movement remain firmly Krishna conscious by following the regulative principles and the primary activities of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra regularly. The future of this Krishna consciousness movement is very bright, so long the managers remain vigilant that 16 rounds are being chanted by everyone without fail, that they are all rising before 4 in the morning, attending Mangal Aarti. Some significant statements Srila Prabhupada made to leading devotees shortly before his departure. Krishna has given all assistance, money, men, endeavor. Now utilize it properly. I have given in writing everything, whatever you wanted, my will, my executive power, everything. Disaster will happen if you cannot manage it. Now it is up to you to give protection to the sanctity of our institution.
Okay,
There is
Prabhu, but somebody else can read it.
yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Prabhuji, the Prabhupada mentioned that for the 10,000 years. So, what is the reference of that statement?
Um, it's a good question. I never thought of this, and I thought that this is there since the time Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and uh, Prabhupada were there. So everybody knows that this movement from the time Bhaktivinoda Thakur started, it will go on for 10,000 years. That's what is the prediction. I don't know. Maybe it is in. I don't know. I never thought of this. Maybe some devotee knows it. Maybe Asita Prabhu. Anybody knows this? I don't know the difference, but
It came
it is
here.
among.
It came here previously. When he was
Sorry.
came here previously for 10,000 years. Yeah, here.
Yeah, the
Here.
moment will conclude. Okay, we'll see the differences. We'll see where it is going. It's a conversation,
Conversation.
but the point is that in conversation also, it is not that we are known that where from this 10,000 years have been taken. Because see golden age for 10,000 years. We can either check this particular thing. You have the book. I can check myself and let you know. But as such, the reference is the acharyas say like that. This movement will go on for 10,000 years. Actually, it is said that this is Kali Yuga. This is Iron Age. In that Iron Age, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took birth, is the golden age within the Iron Age. That is what devotees say. From the time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is born until 10,000 years, this is called as Swarna Yuga within Kali Yuga. Because after 10,000 years, the moment. Even Prabhupada in 1966 lectures, conversations also, Prabhupada was new. Even at that time, Prabhupada used to say that this movement will be there for 10,000 years. He will not give a reference. He will just speak. He will just say, because everybody knows. It's like that. I don't know where is the reference and what.
Here it is said, provided we keep it uncontaminated. That's also the caveat.
No, the thing is, see, yes, provided it is contaminated, but in whatever may be the form, whether it is contaminated, not contaminated, whether the Hare Krishna, Prabhupada said, this Hare Krishna word and the people becoming devotees will continue purely till 10,000. After that, it will become fully contaminated. I mean, Hare Krishna ka Hare Krishna ho jayega. Will become Hare Krishna, will become Hare Krishna. I don't know what's going to happen, how the movement will be. I can't predict now. Who am I? So yes, I don't know from where the reference. They say in the acharyas say, Prabhupada says, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says. Yes, it's like that.
Next page also it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
At least for the yeah.
Yes, but this is a conversation. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Asita Prabhu, you can continue to read.
Okay. Particular responsibility of leaders. Responsibility to maintain and expand Srila Prabhupada's movement particularly devolves upon its leaders. Practically speaking, the future of our Krishna conscious society rests in the hands of my older disciples.
This one we read.
This
I
we have
think.
read. Yeah.
1 second. Yes, this is.
Management in his absence. Toward the end of Srila Prabhupada's manifest presence, he several times gave instructions for the ongoing management of the institution in his absence, specifying the system of management will go on as it is now. There is no need of changing. He increasingly delegated authority to the GBC, having personally trained its members and expected it to succeed him in management. I wish all the existing GBC may be trained so perfectly that in the future, in my absence, they can manage the whole society very nicely and strongly. I am training some of my experienced disciples how to manage after my departure. As early as 1972, Srila Prabhupada wrote, "You GBC men are my selected few for ensuring that what I am doing will be carried on very nicely for the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." In one statement, Srila Prabhupada summarized his position regarding future management. The principles should be followed, the GBC should be alert, and everything should be well managed. Stick to our principles and see that our GBC is very alert. Then everything will go on, even if I am not present. That is my request. Whatever little I have taught you, follow that, and nobody will be aggrieved. No Maya will touch you. Now Krishna has given us, and there will be no scarcity of money. Print books and sell. Everything is there. We have got good shelter all over the world. We have got income. Stick to our principles. Even if I die suddenly, you will be able to manage. That I want. Manage nicely and let the movement go forward. Now arrange, don't go backward. During this period, Srila Prabhupada also made it clear that apart from the purity and sincerity of the devotees, worldly pragmatism would also be required. Organization and intelligence. At least maintain. Your love for me will be shown by how much you cooperate to keep this institution together after I am gone. This is one of the most famous and most weighty of Srila Prabhupada's instructions to his disciples. Yet it is by no means unique, for prior to this, on several occasions, Srila Prabhupada had similarly warned. Relationships between God brothers must be very genuine and pleasing. Otherwise, the future of our institution will not be very hopeful. If we do not work cooperatively, the whole thing will deteriorate. The test of our actual dedication and sincerity to serve the spiritual master will be in this mutual cooperative spirit to push on this movement and not make factions and deviate. Somehow or other, we have now got a position. People like us. We should not spoil it by personal sense gratification. That is my request. If we can maintain this institution rigidly according to the order, then many people will be benefited. Particularly addressing leaders, Srila Prabhupada admonished. Now you have everything: respect, philosophy, money, temples, books. All these things I have given. Now it is up to you all how to manage it. If you cannot increase it, you should at least maintain what I have. You should at least maintain what I have given you. You cannot accuse me that I have not given you anything. So it is a great responsibility you now have. I do not want to see that everything deteriorates by your management. If you cannot increase, then at least maintain what I have established.
I want to ask one thing because you are all in India and in United States. I don't know much going on, but there is some rumor going on that ISKCON has lost its ATG donations. This one, something like that is there.
I never heard, Prabhuji.
There is a video which is going on famous in the on the YouTube that ISKCON has lost its because Charity Commission they filed a suit on ISKCON Bombay and ISKCON Bombay couldn't fulfill and they withdraw or they did something on ATG this one. Ashish Prabhu, you know something like this?
No, Prabhu, I have not heard.
Paramatmananda Prabhu, you heard? You're not there. Okay. Okay, bro.
Okay. And just weeks before his passing, Srila Prabhupada again cautioned, whatever I have done, I have given my will and purpose of honor. You try and maintain it. While Srila Prabhupada was certainly concerned with the maintenance of ISKCON's physical assets and organizational infrastructure and made arrangements to protect them, he even more stressed the responsibility of his disciples to maintain the standards and spirit he had imparted, to live up to the ideals and purity called for throughout his books. Without such purity, the properties and other accoutrements of ISKCON would be divested of life and meaning. Indeed, it was a matter of personal honor to Srila Prabhupada that his disciples maintained the standards. I am now getting all respect and honor, so now you must preserve that standard and not dishonor me. However, simply to maintain is not the ultimate aim. Effort should be made to improve. By Krishna's grace, we are situated on a standard footing. Let us maintain this position cooperatively and always pray to Krishna that we may not spoil what Krishna has already given us. Try to make improvement more and more. Remain a big enemy. By the late 1970s, ISKCON began garnering much opposition from mainstream sources, which Srila Prabhupada appreciated as a sign of movement success. He encouraged devotees to maintain this position and to remain a big enemy. Prabhupada remembered something from the Second World War, which served as an amusing comparison to show that his movement is a serious thing. The Germans, he said, had made a huge gun that was designed to fire shells from France right over the English Channel to hit London. So this gun is required not for killing a mosquito. As we laughed, he exclaimed, "Big enemy." So they are preparing this big gun and not for the mosquito. And this Mahesh Yogi and this Yogi are mosquitoes. For them, they don't require any gun. So for a big enemy, they are preparing a big gun. That means the Hare Krishna movement is a big enemy, not a mosquito. Remain a big enemy. Don't become a mosquito.
Okay, one thing I want to just tell, because there's this is Harishari Prabhu's stance in Delhi, derived from conversation. Actually, this is actually Prabhupada's mood. This is Prabhupada's mood. Whatever is told apart from this one, it's all covered by disciples or misunderstood by many devotees. Many a times Prabhupada is presented in a very as a very compassionate figure, this, that, and all. But that is there because Acharyas, even by telling that we want to remain a big enemy, that itself is a compassion. He need not show compassion separately. So my point is, many devotees nowadays, they don't think as that we are a big threat to the government or big threat to the system, whatever is going on. Actually, we say system, and the big threat to the system. We don't behave like that nowadays. Mm. We don't want to coexist with the government. We don't want to coexist with the system, whatever world order going on. We have our own thing, but we have become more or less like cats. We don't have our own identity in one sense. We have to depend everything from needle to big machines. We have to depend on the like you know on the big world, right outside our temples. For everything, we have to depend on them. We don't have anything. For flowers, we have to depend on them. Somebody. Actually, uh, if you see here, there is a stores called Patel Brothers. Well, that is a very good example to give here. You know, when they started in 1976, around 76, 77, they started this movement by stores by two Gujaratis. Uh, and it has become so much big that in Florida, they have 30 to 40,000 hectares of land producing their own vegetables. They don't buy vegetables from outside. They have their own grains. They have their own cows. They have everything they produce. Although they purchase from so many people, all these things, but they have grown so big that they have the whole thing established. What we are, we don't have our own flower. We have to depend on flowers. We have to depend on everything. Uh, Chanting bag, somebody stitches and does everything, and we purchase from them. Chanting beads, we purchase from somebody. Kantimalas, we purchase from somebody. Our only moment, what they do is that we prepare the food and we eat every day. This is what we do. Even sometimes in some temples, they purchase tortillas, I mean, ready-made chapatis, ready-made dhotis. I mean, dhotis, I'm saying, ready-made. Everything we are purchasing. We are purchasing curd, we are purchasing masalas, we are purchasing paneer, we are purchasing vegetables. Anyhow, we are purchasing. But we are everything. We don't have anything of our own. Even ISKCON temples, individual temples also is a very great concern. What to speak of the movement on the whole, and what to speak of grahasthas. Huh? That's why over a period of time it will become very, very like a dream-like thing. If somebody says we should not live on the Western world, we should not live on the material world, whatever facilities are, we should have be independent. People will think, what are you talking about? People will think like that, just like the Islamic people. Islamic people, they don't do any they don't till the, they don't have land to produce food. They don't maintain cows. They don't maintain bulls. They don't have. Even Christians are doing it. There is an Amish community outside of Texas. Outside of, I mean, in Texas, There is one community, Amish community. They live still now. They live in an old fashion. They don't drive machine cars and all. They still use horses for taking from one place to another place. They still use. They live the way they used to live 200, 300, 400 years back. They still produce vegetables, and we don't learn from anything. What our big devotees are doing. They are only going to the big AC rooms, sitting and eating and filling up their belly and becoming stout and strong. That is what our devotees are doing. You can see every ISKCON leader. They are not lean and thin. They are all Humpty Dumpty, like stuffed paneer. If you stuff in everything, how he looks. They don't look as a persons who are doing a lot of austerity. They don't look like the persons who are doing a lot of penance for the Lord. They are so much tense. Nothing. They have big phones. They have latest iPads. They drive in cars. They go in flights. They stay in big hotels. What's happening? Uh, Rather, they are into so many controversies. Yesterday or day before yesterday, I saw a picture of two, three sannyasis eating. What is that? What is that? What is that? It's like a it's like what I can say in India. These UP walas, the UP Bihar people, they sell this on the stick. They have this pink color like thing which is made from sugar. This one, it comes like a fluffy kind of a thing. You know, anybody? You can imagine what is that? What I'm speaking about?
Yes.
You know,
Pink,
it's like
pink
a
one, right?
big the pink one. It is in India. The
The
Biharis. What is that called
Gudiya
in
ke bal,
English?
some people say.
Gudiya ke bal, something like that.
Hmm.
I saw two sannyasis were eating that. There is a photo which came. Somebody sent to me. I said Hare Krishna. I can't say anything. And they are taking the photos with disciples. Some disciples are offering them, and with like small children, they are eating those two. Can you imagine? Now, where we are standing, we don't have independence for anything. We don't have anything, any independence. Khawa dawa dukan. It's like you cook, you wake up early in the morning, do aarti, and then cook, offer, eat, sleep, wake up, cook, offer, eat, sleep, wake up, cook, offer, eat. This is what is going on. This is what is all everywhere. And somebody in between who is interested to speak some philosophy, he will come online and speak and everything, and everybody hears. But everything is going on very nicely. You go to Amish community, how they are working so hard, 8 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours on the field. They have at least 10, 15 children. You should see those videos, Amish community. They are like husband and wife are two, and they don't use for smartphones. And if anybody is interested in getting, they arrange for their marriages. They don't go for hunting girls. They don't have they don't have something like you can they pornography. If anybody is interested to see movies or anything like that, they are expelled from the community. They don't bring external anything. They still live each and every family has around 10, 15 people, 10, 15 people, boys and girls, everybody, each and every family. I happened to see one video. There was a family of 18 people. There are seven boys and six girls. I think eight or nine girls. And the mother and father, they remember each and every person's name, and everybody lives has their different every four boys live in one room, four another boys live in another room, and everybody is sharing, loving, caring, and everybody wears top to bottom, nothing like they are leaving their hair loose. They are showing their belly or their back laces are tied. Nothing like that. They are Christians. They're eating beef. These kind of people, they understand what kind of life we should lead. And here are we have a greatest philosophy. We have the greatest acharya. We have a greatest supreme personality of Godhead, supreme great. But what we are doing now, it's a very pathetic situation actually. There are so many communities living like that independently without anybody's this one. There's Amish community. There is one more community is also there like that. In United States, they are still living 200, 300 years how their people used to live. Even in Walmart, they are given separate place where they can put their like horse carts. They come in only in horse carts, and their particular place is given for them. I don't know. Ramdas Prabhu knows where this community is. You heard of Amish community, Ramdas Prabhu? He is not there. I don't know where is he. Hare Krishna. Mm. Yeah, it's even in Europe there are like in Iran or Iraq or there is a community called Druze community. They also live the way 300, 400 years back how people used to live. Hare Krishna. Okay, continue, Prabhu. Maybe
Don't make it a
maybe you Atindri Prabhu, maybe
no
you
no
have to leave. Sorry, you're not reading?
no.
Asindri
I
Prabhu?
can read because I don't have class today.
Oh, you don't have. You were reading? No?
Yeah, I was reading.
Yeah, you can continue.
Correct. Don't make it a burden, a particular anxiety of Srila Prabhupada, that in my absence you may neglect deity worship. Then the whole thing will be spoiled. That is my anxiety. On several occasions, he cuttingly warned about the future fate of the movement if the devotees were to become neglectful, especially in deity worship.
Actually, two things will deteriorate our Krishna consciousness, or we may be under big risk. One is chanting the holy name from whom we are listening to, and the second one is the deity worship. These two are the greatest problem nowadays because many devotees hear the kirtans from those devotees who don't follow even the basic principles of chanting Hare Krishna, chanting 16 rounds, following four regulative principles, attending Mangalarti, reading Prabhupada's books, attending Bhagavatam class. Why? Because you can see how people they you get the attitudes from those who are who from whom you hear from. We can see they are hearing from. I don't want to take the names, but sometimes it is required. People just hear from a guy who is having a beard I don't know, beard, big long beard with a very big mustache, and then he eats karmi food. He lives in one temple somewhere. His parents are very nice devotees. He says they are Prabhupada disciples, but he's like a vagabond. What kind of a fellow he is? And people are hearing from him. He eats karmi food. The devotees who joined in Krishna life, one brahmachari told me, he was in that community. He told me he never eats prasadam. And their people are hearing from them. He never chants 16 rounds. Nowadays, chanting 16 rounds is a great problem for many devotees. They don't chant. Arey, who is that Golokanath? What is he? Looks like a hippie. What kind of hair is he having? He's always having beard. And what kind of philosophy they are having? And obviously, when you hear from these kind of people, and they are moving around with Radhakund Babajis, they move around with Gaudiya Math Sannyasis, they move around with Vrinda Mission, they move around with ISKCON Prabhupada original books people, Ritviks, they have hodgepodge, and you hear from all these devotees. And finally, you also end up like that. Mhm. Devotees say, why you don't listen from other devotees? They say, why you don't listen to ISKCON devotee? Why you should listen from them? How can I listen? If I listen, they will get that particular traits into me. I don't want to. I don't want to be contaminated. At the same time, I don't want to offend them. So this is a great power. And deity worship is is gone out of toss. Many devotees, many temples, they don't have basic archan program. Like in Miami, only two devotees are there today that does the deities. They can't. These are old Prabhupada disciples. One is 80 years old. One is 75 years old. Mataji and Prabhuji, Dharma Prabhu and his wife. They are only doing it. There is no Charanamrut over there. There is no. They don't give because there is nobody to do the arch. Then at least they're dressing the deities every day. That itself is too much. In some temples, they dress every weekly once. Prabhupada deity, for example, weekly once in some temples they change the deities, the deity dress. Uh, so and in many grahastha devotees houses, they have gaur nitai. Why you have gaur nitai? Gaur nitai to hai na Prabhu. Kya samasya hai? It's only gaur nitai. What is the problem? Many devotees have this idea. So obviously there are so many offenses made. Gaurnita doesn't take so many offenses. Oh Krishna. So this is what these two are happening. That's why the movement is in a great risk. Hare Krishna. And I have so many instances and so many stories wherein how devotees offer food. I told you one story wherein Maharaj was coming from Gaudiya Math and one devotee was carrying the Laddu Gopal in the in the on the what I can say in the cart where they carry the babies. And the devotee told Maharaj, Maharaj takes darshan of Laddu Gopal. Maharaj said, kindly stop this. Don't take this like that. The devotee became so offended. And you speak the truth, you become offended. That is what is happening. He is carrying the deity in the cart where they carry the babies. Can you imagine? Everywhere. And they have this Gaur Nitai in the small altar-like thing and they dance with the deity, standing and circumambulating. Everywhere they stand, everywhere they sit, they hold that Jagannath and sometimes Gaur Nitai also. It is very precarious condition. Actually, you don't know. If you travel to many temples, then you will know. I know. I have been to at least in India, in United States, here and there. It's a great problem. Yeah. Matajis are allowed inside the deity room alone with the brahmacharis and oh Krishna in the deity room. How you can do like that? Huh? Matajis are people are speaking prajalpa while dressing the deities. It is going on and I am facing every day. They're they're cracking jokes in front of deities. They don't have any seriousness while at least while dressing because people don't meet whole day. Devotees don't meet whole day. They meet only during the services and you're dressing the deities and you're chatter like a chatterbox. You are all speaking. What is going on? This is what I'm concerned about. But what is the use of my concern? But I'm saying this is practical. This is what we have to experience. We cannot run away from this. Some devotees don't want to stay with devotees, don't want to stay with them because they can't bear all these things. No, but we have to bear and we have to understand and we have to tolerate this. Otherwise, how will you know whether you are tolerant, whether you are this one or not? How will you know? Can't know. So it is very pathetic situation everywhere. Maybe we'll continue tomorrow, Prabhu. I'm
Practically,
very sorry. Hare Krishna. If you have any experience, if you have anything regarding these two aspects, deity worship and all, you can share.
there's one lecture also by Raj, the deity worship disaster.
Ah, Prabhupada said that if you don't follow the principles and worship the deities will become burden, and they will
Hmm.
become instead of they are actually archa vigraha, they will become kala vigraha. That means the vigraha or the statues made with stones, they will become a burden for you. Oh, my spiritual master.
My
Uh,
rascal spiritual master has given us a
uh,
burden, like that Prabhupada says.
like that Prabhupada says, my rascal spiritual master has given me a burden of this one.
Uh,
Actually, that is what is happening in many temples. If you go to, I should not take the name of the temples, but it's so precarious. The cockroaches are moving here and there.
oh,
The ants are moving here and there. There is nobody to take care of. It's so blackened everywhere. Oh, the deities don't have Shakti. Nobody is there. Practically nobody is there. The so-called Bengali devotee who comes, he just comes for doing arti and he goes away to drive Uber. They go for earning money outside. This is the condition of United States. There is no brahmachari ashram in some temples. I heard in one temple where I don't know, in nearby there is one temple. There are two places where the devotees stay, but there is no brahmachari ashram. There is no brahmachari staying. In many temples, there are no brahmacharis. The only Krishna Life has many brahmacharis. Like Krishna Life, Kansas City, Krishna House. mm, that's all mostly, and I think San Diego and Los Angeles maybe. That's all. There are no brahmacharis in any of many temples in United States. In
yeah.
India, there because Pune is having, Chowpatty is having, Kolkata is having, Kanpur is having some brahmacharis, so they are able to send brahmacharis everywhere wherever they can. In Salem, there are brahmacharis. In Hyderabad, there are brahmacharis now. In Bangalore temple, there are brahmacharis. In Chowpatty, there are brahmacharis. In many, you can see in many places, brahmacharis start the center, and there are so many brahmacharis also in India. But in here in United States, nobody is there. And devotees don't want to take up that temple. Like Krishna Life, they could take any other temple and they could do much preaching over there, but they cannot because once you take up the temple, you are under the bylaws of ISKCON and they don't want to be under ISKCON, and it is very tough to be under ISKCON nowadays. You can't do anything. That's why Guru Maharaj also wanted a separate organization. It's not that Maharaj wants a separate organization because you cannot withstand. You can't do anything whatever you want to do because there is problem of FTG. Women will come and they will say equal rights. There is problem of equal right. There is problem of women dancing, women giving lecture. There is Krishna West problem in Dallas. I should not say the place name. In one temple, the Krishna West has so much influence that they give lecture on the Vyasas and sit wearing t-shirts and shirts, shirt and pants, and nobody is there to tell them. And Indians, those who are devotees in all the temples, their situation is they are neutral people. They don't talk against anything. They don't say anything. They are like the people who, for them, you give Krishna, you tell this is holy name, this is Prabhupada books, that's all. Whoever it is, however it is, whether he's growing big beard, he's having big long hair, that doesn't matter for Indians. Indian devotees, Indian congregation people, the people who are Gujaratis, Telugu, Tamil, and Bengali, Hindi people, they don't bother at all. They don't mind. Yesterday, I was speaking to one devotee in he's from one temple in United States. He was a citizen, and my Guru Maharaj told him to stay in India, and he's joined one temple, and he's like a vanaprasthi staying over there. So he was mentioning how the temple where he was, it got deteriorated so much so that like Guru Maharaj cannot come over there because Guru Maharaj cannot come over there because most of the devotees, half of the Western devotees are all Krishna West influenced, and Indian devotees they don't bother what is going on. This is what is happening all over the United States. The condition is not at all good, and specifically nowadays because of this Hridayananda Maharaj HDG. Oh, it is
Hi,
ruined like it. He's
Draupadi,
like a, yeah, he's like a cracked fellow, you know. Although he's a sannyasi, we should not say anything. He's off. What kind of a person he is? What is he speaking? He doesn't have any sort of manners or sense or what is it? No shastric knowledge. What kind of lectures he used to give? What he has become? I should not say this because I may be expelled here from the United States. But anyhow, it's in the middle of lecture. Nobody will bother. Okay, Hare Krishna. I can't say that. There is one devotee who comes here, Chandrasekhar. He is more, he always fault finder. Always he is against Indians. He doesn't like Indians. He doesn't like Indian culture because he is like that Trump administration who think that Indians are coming. He has the same mentality as the people of Trump followers. As the Trump followers or anybody who think that Indians are coming and taking over American jobs, the same way these guys, Krishna West people, think that Indians are coming and taking over ISKCON temples in United States. That's what they think. That's why everywhere there is, Are Baba, you are not preaching properly. You are not maintaining the standards. And if Indians are coming and becoming devotees, what is your structural and strategic jealousy? I don't understand. This is called a structural and strategic jealousy. This is simply jealousy. You have envy. They are coming. They don't do any politics. They don't do anything. Just like the Indians, those who come to United States, they come legally. They don't have any problem. They don't commit much crimes. Rather, they are contributing to the United States by paying taxes. What is your problem? You don't have your talent. And here are talented people. They have money. They want to save. They have culture. They have family. You don't have anything. What kind of culture you're having? You don't have a mother. You don't have a father. Your mother is living with having living relationship with some glass kid. Your father is having relationship with another lesbian woman, and you don't know what you are. You live alone. You eat beef. You eat, drink, sleep, mate, defend everything, and you are doing all these things. This is what same thing is happening even in United States in ISKCON also. However, they are dedicating their life. They have come all the way, leaving their places, whether it is Bengalis or Gujaratis or whatever it is. They're living here, taking all risks. They're serving here, day-to-day activities they're doing. And you are here and telling that oh, Indians, why they are coming, why they are Indians devotees everywhere. However, what you're a jealousy fellow? You come, take, preach. So many Westerners. I'm speaking to every day to one Westerner nowadays. Every day, one black guy or a white guy is coming to the temple. They want to know, but we don't want to give Krishna consciousness. We give them something, and we give pseudo philosophy. We give them pseudo nonsense Krishna consciousness. And what will happen? Hare Krishna. I, I, no hope. We are just there. That's all. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll continue from tomorrow from this section. Okay. Anybody has anything to ask, anything to say, anything to share? I don't want to abruptly stop. Mataji's, Prabhuji's, anybody wants to share something, you're free to share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam.
Yes.
Prabhuji, in DT worship, yeah, I have seen many these devotees. Here, 2 years back, when Brahmachari, he had a Shaligram. So he used to worship every day. And one day we had evening college program. All the college students came to our center. So then for them evening prasad was arranged by from outside. Samosa and some chutney something. And that was offered to his shaligram. And he offered it and he distributed it. So then that day was like, it was for me, it was like shocking. Then I came
That
home
is
and
that is made by some devotees outside or from just
no,
outsiders.
Prabhuji, no devotees. One Rajasthani person who makes samosa like outside that person, but without onion garlic. But still, they offered it and they distributed it. And
Yeah, they think that
my children,
they make, they think that they make very tasty
uh,
samosas. We will what's happening?
simple pongal can be served, Prabhuji. Even we
Uh,
cannot do such a big. We here we have very less devotees, so manpower is very less. So, but making for pongal it is very easy. Just boiling moong dal and rice. If the Prabhuji would have told me, I could have done this. 5 kgs of moong
mm,
dal and this I could have done. But instead that for shortcut they went for this. And later what happened? I came home and I just prayed to Krishna. See this, I cannot see what is this. This is not a good thing. Devotee should never do this. The same day that Brahmachari caught red-handedly for watching this vulgar videos,
mm,
and he sent out
I
Prabhuji.
understand.
Then I felt,
Oh,
oh
Krishna.
Krishna, still your mercy is so nice that I just cried in front of Krishna after coming home because my children were started crying. See, they're all eating samosas. You didn't give us. I said, we will go home. I'll make for you, but don't eat this. Especially my daughter, she doesn't understand. So then
Mm,
I prayed. See, this is only for hope for a center and temple. There also, if we get non-prasadam items, then how will we make our children devotees? This was my question. So then finally, that brahmachari had to leave Prabhuji. So that was really great.
mm.
Krishna's great mercy for
See,
us.
the thing is, I've seen in United States, I've seen in India also. I'm telling, you see, I'm since many years, I'm telling, in many temples, even I should not say this, but whatever temples I was there, even there also, it's not that for the sake of preaching, for the sake of giving people. I'll tell you one thing. I am right on the chord. I'm telling you. In Gujarat, it's like it has become like a norm. It has become like a rule or a norm that Basundi, Shrikhand, they come from outside. It is like a norm. You know one thing. The basundi, there is a the milk, like there's a condensed milk, and it is not so condensed it will become rubbery, but there is a make that is made basundi, which is very tough to make. It's only require it requires years and years of expertise to make that particular drink. It's like a drink. It's like a sweet. It's beautiful. It's very good. But the thing is that devotees don't know how to make, but they get it from outside and they offer it to Krishna. Of course, there is no onion, garlic. But it's made by non-devotee purely. He eats mawa like anything. Mawa hota hai. It's a pan like thing which Gujaratis eat. I don't know if Gujaratis know, some Gujaratis. See, I have seen in all the temples, including Bharuch, including Ankleshwar, wherever Guru Maharaj centers are there also they purchase all these things from outside and they offer it. Even in Vyasa Puja, they get in Gujarat, they get Basundi and Shrikhand. If you are not able to cater to the give Shrikhand in a much quantity, if you are not able to make it, don't get it from outside. Why you get Shrikhand from outside and give to devotees? Why? Why we have to purchase Shrikhand from outside? First of all, why we have to purchase? Without Shrikhand, can we not do? And we are criticizing other ISKCON temples, telling that they are purchasing ice cream. Many times my own godbrothers, seniors told me that they are purchasing ice cream, Vadilal ice cream. Of course, Vadilal is like vegetarian ice cream. Uh, oh Krishna. So it's like Vadilal ice cream. Why you have to purchase that one? And we are criticizing them that we are purchasing ice cream and offering it. Mm, we can't. Uh, So there is no need to, if you are unable to give them, offer them ice creams or anything, don't purchase from outside. You do it according to your own capacity to do it. So that is my contention. And many times it happens that we purchase from outside and offer to the people and thinking that they will become devotees. How you can expect people to accept something which is made by outsiders, and Krishna, how you can expect that Krishna will accept your offering and then give to devotees? It's not possible. So, okay, Mataji. Okay, Mata Prabhuji, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We will we will meet tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Vanchakripatarupesya kripasindevi vachapaditanam pramapya vaishnavibhyo namo namaः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय जगत गुरु। Oh, Mataji, Chris has written something. Just I want to read. What is that? Thank you, because of all that you're talking about is happening here in. Okay, and sometimes it feels difficult. This is a situation. Yeah, it is difficult. We can't do anything. So we have to do whatever it can be done through our in our capacity. That's all. Okay. Thank you. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, ज्वलंस भक्ति विकास स्वामी महाराज की जय, द मूड विष्णु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
Ramdas Prabhu, somebody is calling us for a meeting. I think group call.
Okay. Hare Krishna.